All right, team, in this video, I want to talk about layouts, the importance of them, and how to create them. So once you load your TradingView up, you're going to see something like this. If you come up into the corner here where you see it says unnamed, the unnamed section is going to be basically your layout. That's saying there's no name to this particular layout. I always tell everybody, think of the layout as like a piece of paper, right? It is your canvas where you're going to do all your work. So it's very important to organize your layouts by the name that you want to do. So if you do have this say unnamed, you can simply click this arrow here. You can come down and you can rename this. I suggest if you're setting it up as a manual trading type thing, you can put in like, ETH, chart or something like that, right? If you're using this for the ATA, you can put it in as like ATA ETH, like that. So let's just go ahead and let's start this out as ATA ETH. We're going to hit OK. You can see it says ATA ETH up here now. This is the name of this layout. So now we would want to make sure that this actually matches the other side. So we're going to come over here. This is your pair. You're going to come into the pair here, and you do want to ensure that this matches the layout that you're actually doing. Now, it also want to match the exchange you're doing. So if you're doing, for instance, futures on BitGet, you're going to do USDT. Now, this one's a little bit trickier because you're going to do the .p. What that's going to do is on the third one down here, it's going to open up the mixed contracts. That's the futures contracts. So if you're going to do futures, trading ATA on BitGet, this is the one I recommend. If you are doing spot, you can go ahead and back that up, and you can see on the side here, it shows you all the exchanges. You can see there's a spot one for BitGet. If you're doing Coinbase spot, if you're doing Binance spot, you can see we did ETH, USDT to bring all those up. So what this means is this is ETH, this is the other pair trading in USDT, which is the stable coin. So that is how we bring that up. So for now, we're going to go ahead and we'll do the .p because we did recently set one up for the futures. I'm going to click on it, and you can see now that does change, and it kind of modifies that that chart as we see what we have going here. So now, anytime you make a change to a layout, you can take this little button here, click on it, and you can drag this up and down. Allows you to move your chart around by left clicking and holding it. Then up in this top corner, once you've created whatever you want to create, if you see this volume one here, you can come over here and hit the X. We don't use that. You can just hit this save button. That saves your layout. So the reason why that's important is, let's say we go ahead and create a new layout. You can do this two ways. If you're doing your ATA, you can create a new one, or you can take the one that you've already built, if you already add your indicators on there, and you can go ahead and copy that. So when you come through and you make the copy, if you click copy, it's just going to populate that. Let's say we want to make this a BTC chart. We're just going to go ahead and put it as ATA BTC. And you can see it opened up a secondary tab here between ETH and BTC. Now, this says BTC, but our coin still says ETH. You can fix this simply by clicking here and removing the ETH and putting in the BTC. That's the only part you have to fix. Come over here and you click the BitGet again, and we have BTC loaded. Now we have a layout of ETH. We have a layout of BTC. So if I were to click this save button because we're done. Now, if I were to come over to this ETH one, and let's say I accidentally close this. How you would load this layout is you're going to simply come over to here. Again, this is the section that deals with layouts. And we're going to come down. I don't choose these ones because it will populate over the top of this one. I'm going to choose load layout. I'm going to type in ETH. And then you can see I have a ton of them in here, right? But this is the one that we created, it looks like right here. So we'll go ahead and load that up. Nope, that's one of my old ones. But you get the idea. If that's not the right one, again, you can just close that. Let's see if we can find this this chart here. Actually, you know what? I titled it ATA ETH right there. Remember, and I did that because my normal ones I do ETH ATA like that, right? So that's where it is right here. So we're going to go ahead and click that one. You probably won't have as many layouts when you load up at first, so it'll be a little easier for you to find. And you can see this is the chart that we had prior. So again, remember, layouts are just the canvas. This is where we're going to do the work. This is where we're going to add the indicators, etc. Coming back, and forth is on this. I do recommend if you are using the web browser, it's okay. The web browser for TradingView, you will have to load this every time you load it. Or you can do the desktop app. You can look for the videos that we have posted on how to install the desktop application into your computer. So I hope that helps you guys understand layouts. Layouts are super important, guys. Make sure they're renamed properly, and make sure you understand how to take them off and how to add them. Don't worry about closing them because again, like we said, we can close this out pretty easily. Click this little arrow and we can come down and hit load layout and we can find that again. And you can see how easily I can bring that up. When I create my ATAs, once I'm done creating it, I like to close it because I don't want to sit here and just stare at it, right? I want to load it whenever I'm ready. So I hope that helps you guys out as far as how to understand creating your layouts and kind of managing those. And I appreciate your time as always.